So here's a plan that we've got. Gold Diamond plan overview. There's 4 steps to diamond here. We're going to talk about and we're going to start recognizing a level of achievement in iBuumerang that's called Star Achiever. Star Achiever. The next rank will become what we call Superstar Achiever. Some people in here already understand where we're going with this. This was responsible for a big majority of residual incomes that were skyrocketed in previous opportunity. Your GMA came to me last opportunity and says, "Hey, listen, Buggs, we need to let's get this program up and running." I said, "Let's do it." So we designed it, and at one point at our peak, we had about 14,000 people per month qualifying. 14,000 per month. So let's talk about what a Star Achiever is. What a Star Achiever is basically now, as we're going to, I don't want to say transform or transition, but as you move into what I call volume-based, we're going to make it more profitable for you. Okay? Right now, how do you create volume? How do you create PQV? PQV stands for personal qualifying volume. It's what happens in your circle. You can do it through personal purchases. Your subscription counts as your own personal volume. Your customer purchases, your customer savings. That means travel savings convert into PQV. Bill Genius savings convert into PQV. Okay? And you hear these people saying they save X number of dollars over the next 24 months. $2,000, $3,000, one got $5,000. What that represents is a certain amount of volume every single month for the next 24 months. Don't slip on Bill Genius. I'm telling you. You guys keep hearing me say that? There's a reason. Being that it's free to get involved, I've never seen anything quite simple that has such profit potential. It starts off real small for some, but it has so great potential. People pay their bills every month. They don't get rid of those cell phones. You keep them. And I got a registered amount of income coming in every month. So this is how you create PQV. So how do you become a Star Achiever? Your personal purchases as well. So whatever you do through iGo, whatever you do through Zents, Vibe, Bill Genius, and Boomerangs. Purchase Boomerangs, that's part of your personal volume as well. Yeah? When you become a Star Achiever is an ambassador who has accumulated for a month 300 PQV. Personal qualifying volume. 300. There will be very strong recognition for those who have become Star Achievers. Why? Remember I told y'all something a long time ago? I love recognizing my elephants and my fish and showing them how to do something that they can do, duplicate it, and this is how some of them will actually become Bill Genius and Zents Diamonds. So watch what happens here. Your subscription, you know it's 100 PQV, but 300 PQV, you are a Star Achiever. Okay? So we've gone through this right here, and your customer, all of those savings, anything that your customers do goes to your personal center, your personal qualifying volume. Let's give some examples here of how to generate 300. I'm just giving you some here. Remember I told you you've got to have a goal and you got to have a plan. I'm giving you some plans and some alternatives of how you can create the volume. Not just one way, you've got multiple ways. If you look at this right here, say $100 average per savings and savings per month, that normally equals about 12.5 PQV per month for a person who creates $100 in savings per month. So in this example here, 16 Bill Genius customers equals 200 PQV plus your subscription, you've got 300 PQV. How many of you believe you can get 16 Bill Genius customers? Now, here's another way to look at that. What if your customer doesn't save $100 a month? Oh, see, that's where the analytical comes in. Well, my customer saved 50. That's not 16. You didn't tell the truth. Right? So $1,600 per month in savings. Here's what you should do. How many of you have been building, how many of you right now have a Bill Genius customers? Raise your hands. Shame on you if you don't. Now you're raising your hand, right? All right, now, you've got Bill Genius customers. What's your savings goal? Have you set a savings goal? So there we go. What's your savings goal over there in terms of how many dollars per month you want to save customers? What is it? 1,000? 5,000? Incredible goal. 5,000 per month is what she wants to save some people. It's a great goal. 5,000 per month. Anybody else written down some goals of what you want to save? Yes, in the back. 20,000. 20,000. So when you look at it, you have to say, okay, how much is my average customer saving? And then how many customers must I get to have that type of monthly revenue and savings? You gotta have a goal, and then you gotta have a specific plan. Anybody else? Yeah. Anybody else want to set a goal? Anybody else would like to have an idea? You got this incredible concept. This wonderful, brilliant concept, but no goals? Think about it. All right, let me ask you a question. What if I launched Bill Genius as a company and didn't have any goals? You'd look at me and say, you're a bad CEO. Can I be honest with you? Right now, you are a bad CEO of your distributorship. You are. If you've got no goals for that part of your business, now maybe you had maybe a goal for the number of customers or whatever it is, but you've got to have a goal. You've got to say, here is what my goal is. Don't be a bad CEO of your business. We sat down, before we released this, we set the goals. I can tell you what our numbers were right now. Before we launched this, we said that we would have, on the average, in America, 2,000 people who became distributors who would actually get on the program and upload three bills themselves. We talked about the average savings of that. We talked about the average person would also get 4 customers. This is the numbers that we worked out. We did this, and we said every year we're going to increase the amount. The first year 3%, the next year 4%, the next year 5%. After 3 years, you know how much Bill Genius is paying back to you guys? $37 million a year. $37 million off of free. And so when you look at it, okay, what if my group had 10% of that, or whatever it is? That's just one product. That's just one technology. So this is how you can do 300 PQV there. You can do PQV, you can have 8 Zents customers. Or you can have 1 Zents customer who does 200, and then you do your subscription. We're just giving you a plan. This is just our idea. It's your job to put together your plan. You guys understand that? But I'm giving you options here. Why? Options open up the mind of possibilities so that you can see your goal much clearer. The more possibilities I have, the more options I have, the clearer I can see my goal, and the better I can function. I want you to function properly. I want you to understand how to position this. Why? Some of you say, wow, Zents is really working for me. Let me go out here and get me some Zents customers. And you may be international, and you may, don't know how to do a lot of stuff on the web to get Build Genius customers in America right now. Well, Zents is your way to do it. That was one of the other reasons why Zents was so important to us, because we could take Zents all over the world. We could take it all over the world, okay? Here's the motto: use 100, sample 100, sell 100. I want to get you prepared for this. Every month that you become a star achiever, here's what would happen. First month you do it, you're what we call a Star Achiever 1. Let me explain it to you, how it works. You call a Star Achiever 1. The second month you do it, you're what we call a Star Achiever 2. Third month you do it, what we call a Star Achiever 3. Fourth month, you did 200 points. What are you? You got to start all over again. So Star Achiever is based on consecutive activity that you do on a consecutive basis. What will this do for people in your organization? It will make people in your organization, once they get to a certain threshold, they'll do whatever they have to do to maintain their rank and move product. Trust me, we know what I'm talking about. People say, HB, how did you make so much? I designed a plan for other people to make money, and I specifically designed it for the lower ranks to be able to do it at a certain threshold, and that's how I made my money. How many of you believe, how many of you can believe that you can use 100, sample 100, sell 100? You say, what? Hold on for a second. I got to use $100 worth of stuff? You don't have to, but how many of you think it'd be pretty cool to use Zents? How many of you think it'd be pretty cool to sample? Have some inventory to sample, right? Doesn't mean you have to sample 100 every single month, but sample enough. This is a business. This is a business, and you've got to position yourself as a business. If I were you, if money is tight, you have to take a look at it. Am I building is this a hobby for me? Is this a business? A business is supposed to pay you, bring about some returns. And so what I look at, if money is tight for me, I have to look at what's my priority of things that are going to contribute to my goals. And so for me, some of the pleasures that I have in my home may have to take a back seat to the necessities that I have in my business. I remember days, I got to be honest with you guys, I remember times, I was telling them in Costa Rica, I remember times that I go to a restaurant, to McDonald's, way back then when I used to eat McDonald's. And I remember not being able to add cheese to my burger. Money was that tight. Just even the thought process. And it's not that I didn't have an extra 20 cents for cheese. It was that money was so tight, my mindset was turning off anything extra. I was working 3 jobs. There was no Netflix. If it was, I wouldn't have had it at that time. because I would rather empower myself than entertain myself. If this is just something for you to have fun and take our trips every now and then, great. Guys, we want you with us. Keep coming. We love partying on the beaches of the world with you. But if this is something that you want to pass on and let that crib go to work for you and your family, you've got to choose some priorities. Use 100, sample 100, sell 100. If you want to use 100, sell 200, you can. But that's the motto, okay? You can use 3 to 5 boxes of Zents, sell and sample 3 to 5, which is 100, and your subscription is 100 as well. So we've talked about that. Here's Zents Plus Build Genius. $100 average savings per month. If you put this one on the screen, if you could, need money. $100 average savings, 10 Build Genius customers, or $1,000 in savings per month. Okay? So we're always assuming $100 in savings per month per customer in these examples. So make sure that you understand that, because some customers, they may only save you, something for the next 2 months, and that's only going to be 2 months. What do you have to do? Get you some new customers. But this is a combination. This just shares with you, wow, look what I have to do with it now. How hard would it have been 6 months ago to do 300 PQV here in iBuumerang? And it was almost impossible. If we would have told everybody, I need you to do 300, you couldn't do it. Why? You only need one subscription. That was all that you had. You couldn't do it. So everybody understands Star Achiever, right? How many of you plan to be a Star Achiever in February? Now, let me share with you what just happened. Take your organization, everybody becomes a Star Achiever. Do you know your income just tripled? That is no new recruits coming in. That is just your organization as it is, become a Star Achiever, and the way we're going to recognize Star Achiever, people are going to want to be it. And then wait until they get 4 or 5 months Star Achiever. They will not go back. Trust me. It will be the kiss of death. Wow, they know they got to start. It's like all this hard work I've done, they will sometimes try to call, oh my God, my credit card, and well, I don't know what happened, but. Have to start all over at 0. At the 12-month mark, we're going to do something really, 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 really cool for 12-month Star Achievers. We started this program. Do you know we have, and when I did this in a previous opportunity, we have people who've done 80 months in a row, 6.5 years. Yeah. Do you know people actually came to events all over the world just to get their recognition for Star Achievers? See, it's not about just raising up all the diamonds. The diamonds, the diamonds are going to, do what they do. And I love all of our diamonds. But if you don't raise up those who are looking up, you can't have anything. Diamonds are going to go out and build. They're going to go out and build. So this next level is what we're going to call Superstar Achiever. Superstar. I shared this in California when Jex had a leadership training. Gary was there, and a couple of their rubies were there. I think that was a ruby retreat, right? Yeah. You become a Star Achiever, and you've got 5 front line that are Star Achievers. You got 5 frontline that became star achievers. You've created a total of 1,800 volume, including yours, but in your group below you, you got 1,500 GQV. You and 5 people. Normally, it would take you 15 people with a subscription only. Do you know that there's going to be people? Here's the cool thing. This is the minimums. This is the minimums, 300. What you're going to start seeing is people doing $1,000 a month like clockwork. Every month, 1,000, 1,500 in one center. How many of you had somebody in your group do over 1,000 points in September? 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. See? That means that it would have taken 40 people to do that same volume. And here's the cool thing. They didn't spend the money. It's product that's sold. So that means that the money comes back to the distributor, to the ambassador, and they're not out of money. They're into profit. It's the name of the game. You've got to create a profit. It's the purpose of us doing this, setting this up this way. Why do we want you having all of your travel customers? So Andreas, here's what happens. Here's the component that Edwin Haynes is talking about activating. So when we have, let's just say in your group, you've got 100,000 customers in your group. I'm just giving an example. What we're going to be doing in the Prib, and this is like very close. We can start doing this right away in the first quarter of 2021. We take a look at how many people book flights. And we say, who books a flight 5 hours or longer? And we can take that cross-section, ship them out sample of Zents before their flight. So we ship it, we send a nice package to them. They got a long flight. We ship it out to them. Why? We got their address. We know where they're going. We got their phone. We got all the data on them. We ship out a sample to them. Do you think we'll have some kind of conversion ratio? What if it's 30%? What if only 3 out of 10 say, well, I like this. Man, I'd love to get more. Boom. What happens is it's his customer. He gets the retail profit and the volume. So those are the things that make the business grow. How many of you can see yourself becoming a superstar achiever? You become a star achiever. You teach 5 other people how to become a star achiever. Create $300 in personal volume every month. 300 in personal volume every month. Have 5 legs. 5 personal enrollments that do this. You are a superstar achiever. Watch the volume roll. Watch the income. Your residual income stabilizes. It grows. This is how I did it. So I said in iBuumerang, I've got to bring something in here that gives us this volume capacity to increase revenue, to increase income. I couldn't do it on hoping my customer was going to travel next month. Why? Hope is a horrible business strategy. You remember I told you when pandemic stuff happened, you got companies who's waiting for things to get back to the same? We modified. modified. Doesn't mean we don't still have travel, we do. But we're like, okay, nope, that's not going to be our bread and butter. But you have some people, I want to just be in travel company. Okay, well, you don't need to be in network marketing to be a travel agent. If that's the only thing, if Zents or and Build Genius is not a part of what you know, if it turns you off, and hopefully it doesn't, hopefully you see the benefit that you've got more tools in your tool shed to now offer your customers. I want you to imagine Amazon saying, we're only going to sell books. No, we're just into books. I want to make people smart. You know what Amazon's about to do? They're about to disrupt the world. They're about to start delivering pharmaceutical drugs, prescriptions. Why? They've got the customer base, and they've got all the distribution points in the world. And all they've got to do is add another product or service, increases the revenue. Sounds like a crib, doesn't it? That's what they're doing. Walgreens, shaking in their boots right now. CVS, shaking in their boots right now. By the way, deliver these things, and they're going to be offering up to 80% discount. How many of y'all read about that? Up to 80% discount. Why? They're Walgreens. I mean, they're Amazon. They can do it. Step 3. How many of you can make a 12-month commitment to personal production? Y'all remember 10 and 2? Here's how you do this. You make a 12-month commitment of 10 and 2. Each month, 10 customers. Guys, is this the easiest business to get customers in? I mean, Renee Young over here with 14,000 customers. Don't tell me you can't get 10 a month. Now, here's what we want you to get. I want you now, don't stop getting your iGo customers because it feeds the crib. Okay? It feeds the crib. But I want you to get 10 customers, what I call right now customers every month. So if you get 10 iGo customers, that's fine. I'm talking about 10 right now customers. 10 Zents or 10 iGo Build Genius customers. And I want you to enroll 2 ambassadors per month. Keep this real simple. Set that goal. HB, man, it's been tough. That's fine. I understand it is. But set the goal. Go for it this month. You hit it, go for it again next month. You miss it, go for it again next month. It's okay. You know how many goals I've missed? As a company, we missed our, we're not going to achieve our revenue goal for this year. We're not. Does that mean I'm going to tuck my tail between my legs and quit and say, we just didn't do it? No. I'm resilient. I go back to the drawing board. I put a plan together. How can I become better? How can I do this differently? How can I make up for what I lost? And how could I improve in 2021? How can I do it? Two ambassadors per month. Ed talked about the 2020 plan. It's for somebody who wants to move and move aggressively and move really, really, really fast towards diamond. But for my elephants and my fish, those of you who want to grow or who may grow at a snail's pace, and when I say a snail's pace, that's not bad. Your belief may not necessarily be as high. You grow at a slower pace until you speed up. And it's nothing wrong with that. Don't let anybody make you feel bad. about that. You have a place here. You can be a diamond here. And I want you to understand that. We want you here. We want you to be a part of this business, a part of this culture. But 2 a month, you can do that if you really wanted to. How many of you believe if you really practice listening, that there's 2 people out there that if you listen to their wants enough, you can find something in this business that can solve 2 people's wants a month? So the key is stop trying to sponsor people. Go solve 2 people's problems per month. Yep, got me another one. See, you just sponsored someone or you sold them a kit. I'm not into kit selling. I'm not into selling the business. I'm into problem solving. If I solve your problem, now you're going to move. You're going to actually get some activity. But if I sell you the business or sell you the kit, I'm going to have to sell you on everything. And that's not what we want to do. When you do this right here, you become a star achiever. You become a superstar achiever. Step 4 is you teach 5 other people to do the exact same thing. This is when we talk about duplication. You teach 5 people to do exactly what you have done. 5. Power 5. Here are what those numbers look like. You are creating 300 PQV when you go to work and you do the model yourself. How many of you understand you've got to make sure you take care of your circle first? What does the flight attendant say? Put your mask on first. Don't go out trying to teach Star Achiever when you're sitting there and your subscription hadn't even run yet. And you got 0 PQV. Well, I'm going to wait till they see if they're going to commit to becoming Star Achiever before I do mine. Do yours first. I'm sorry? No, this is a superstar. So now you've got 5 other people that you've personally enrolled who've done the same thing. On your second level, you've got 9,000 in volume. On your third level, your first level, you got 9,000 in volume. Your second level, you've got 25 people. You got 45,000 in volume. Guys, I'll be honest with you. Do y'all know you can do this? You can do this with Build Genius alone. I'm putting together right now, as I told you, I'm putting together my Build Genius, like my Project 72 group, which I'm so grateful for. I'm putting together my Build Genius team as well. And you're going to start seeing coming out, we're going to have some trainings on Wednesday nights about different aspects of the business here. But when somebody says, you know what, I'm serious here, I understand the value of what Build Genius has to offer, I'm going after, 1,000, 2,000 customers within a certain number of levels in my organization. These numbers are real. Your third level, your second level, you got 45,000 volume on your third level, second level. By the time you get to level 3, you got 225,000 in volume. You're a diamond. But it all starts with you making your circle work. None of this, you may look at this right now and say, man, this is too good to be true. Well, this is how it starts here. Every one of these diamonds here, every one of them started with themselves. And you're going to have to start right here. You got to believe in you. Make you work. Do your 300 and teach 5 other people how to do the same. Now, will you have to sponsor more than 5 people to have 5 people duplicate this? Yes. Will they have to sponsor more than 5 to have 5 people duplicate this? Yes. Why? 100% of the people are not going to duplicate this. I'm just giving you a model. You see what a plan is? You can modify this plan and say, this is a little too aggressive for me. And maybe I may need to go a little bit levels deeper. Maybe on my second level, I'm only going to get 10. That's what my belief level is. Well, you work the numbers and say, okay, well, I'll get 10 and what the volume is going to be. And out of those 10, how many you believe, maybe you believe you'll only get 50 on your third level. Whatever you need to do, it's your plan. You've got to have a specific plan. We have a plan. I know exactly what our plan was for Bill Genius. I know what our plan was for Zents. We had a specific plan for iGo. Every one of our customers, or every product that we've got a specific plan. Even for Vibe, we laid out, we knew exactly how many customers, what the average ride time would be. We knew it. And guess what we did? We missed. So what? I'd rather have a big plan and miss it than not a plan at all and hit it. Have a target. Have a goal. You guys can do this. You can make this happen. Okay? You can make this happen. This is simple stuff. How many of you believe that this is possible? How many? I mean, just think about it. How many of you believe it's really possible? Okay. What if it took you? What if it took you 2 years to do it? So what? We're talking. See here's the thing I want you to understand, guys. We're talking long-term income. Could we go and get some trendy product or trendy service that everybody's flocking to right now in network marketing? Yeah. I've never been a follower. And here's what I realized. If my mom can't win at it, if my mother-in-law can't win at the business that I'm launching, I shouldn't be selling it. And they're not high-tech people at all. But they love Zents. They can get people on Bill. It's simple. It's really, really simple. If you've got a business but you don't have customers, you don't have a business. If you've got a network and you don't have real customers, you've got a pyramid. And iBuumerang is built off of we started with the customer in mind first. And every month we're developing and refining and getting better at presenting and positioning value to our customers. And the more value we present to our customers, the more money that they'll actually exchange for that value and the more money you make. And when you get this done, whether it's a year, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 18 months, 2 years, whether it's 5 years, you will join the likes of what we call diamond. How many of you want to be one of those?
Looking to start a business from home? The business from home. We are the fastest growing home-based business company in the world that's helping ordinary people just like you and I to get out of debt, generate additional income streams in their life, and creating extraordinary success stories globally. We've got the right systems in place, world-class servant leadership, wealthy compensation plan, and the utmost support you need to start local and go global. To get started, simply text us on WhatsApp, #ReadyToBoom on +356 9946 3303. Again, text #ReadyToBoom on WhatsApp on the number +356 9946 3303 right now. Let's get ready to boom.